Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration from my kitchen today. I had all this leftover ham from Thanksgiving and I was looking for something to do with it, and I decided to make some black bean soup in my electric pressure cooker, which a Pampered Chef version is called the quick cooker. I love this because it only takes a half an hour to cook, which makes me so happy since it was 4:30 and we wanted to eat at 5:30. So the first thing I did was I put some butter in the quick cooker and put it on the sear function, which is where you brown your meat and you saute your veggies. And then I cut up an onion and about 4 cloves of garlic I pressed. I put them into the butter and sauteed them till they were real soft and just starting to get brown. And then I put in about 6 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of dry black beans right out of the bag, which is fabulous. I love this garlic press because you do not have to peel your garlic when you use it, which is so great. It takes up so much less time and my fingers don't smell like garlic nearly as much, which is wonderful. So after I put in my beans and I stirred it up, I also added about a teaspoon of dried thyme when I was sauteing my onions and mixed that up. And then I mixed it into the chicken broth. Then I cut up a bunch of the leftover ham, about maybe a pound or a pound and a half, just like I used whatever I had. I cut it into kind of small cubes with my 5-inch forged cutlery, which is the same knife, utility knife that I used for my onions. I use that knife for everything. It's fabulous. I added some cumin, about a teaspoon and a half of cumin, and just a couple of shakes of cayenne because I don't really like it very spicy. Then I checked my gasket on my pressure cooker to make sure it was evenly put in there with no gaps. And I put the lid on and double checked the top piece to make sure it was set so that it will get pressure. And then I put it to the bean function. It's got a lot of different functions on it, 16 of them actually to be exact. So I set it to the bean function for 25 minutes. I think next time I will do it for 5 minutes more because the directions for 25 minutes were for 1 cup of beans and I was making 2 cups. So I could have used another 5 just because I like them real soft. When they came out, they were soft enough, but I like them real soft because then what I do is I add 2/3 of a cup of sherry cooking wine. And I put my hand blender in there and I blend it up so it's a smooth texture. It wasn't quite, since I was kind of making this recipe up as I went along, it wasn't quite as thick as I like it normally. So I hit cancel and I put the sear function back on and let it bubble for a while to evaporate some of the chicken broth, because when I make it in a pot, of course, the chicken broth evaporates, but that's over like 4 or 5 hours. And this was 30 minutes and it's an encapsulated thing, which is great with an electric pressure cooker because all of your nutrients stay in there. It was delicious. I served it with some leftover French bread, which I turned into garlic bread. So you can see one of my other videos about that, and put some sour cream in there. It was delicious, high protein meal, really yummy. So let me know what you think.